Evening from the Arizona desert. My name is Tom and I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona, and these are the nightly DoorDash numbers from the desert. Today is Wednesday and we finished today with $356.02, bringing our total to, minus roughly $400, roughly $1,150 for a 3-day total, just under $400 per day. Today was a day that I really kind of used to advance my YouTube channel. I was in a little bit of a logjam. I did not have a video that I posted for the 14th for Valentine's Day. I guess I had forgotten to do it or deleted it or just can't find it. So I wanted to have a placeholder, so I went ahead and I just created a February 14th video so that I could post the 15th, 16th, 17th, and now tonight the 18th. And I just needed to release that logjam. Some of you would be like, what's the big deal? Well, I'm a very methodical person, and when I lay out a plan of action and I'm supposed to be having certain screenshots, or my numbers are supposed to be correct, or this is the playlist that I'm creating, all this stuff is supposed to be meticulously in place. I would be a terrible carpenter, a person that does fix and flips, remodels, and that type of stuff, because I would do a bathroom and I would sit down on the toilet and I would look and say, that corner, there's something wrong with that corner, and I did it and I could have done it better. I know a lot of people would just be like, yeah, it's there, yes, it's off by a 32nd of an inch, but nobody's gonna even notice. And I'm just meticulous that way. And numbers got to be there. Everything's got to be in place. And I can allow some forgiveness. Yeah, things happen. Murphy pops up his head. Things stop you from progressing. And okay, I can hold off on that. And I'm late, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. But it's kind of like there's a point where it's like, you failed. And I don't like to fail. I'm just very methodical in everything that I do. I dot the I's, I cross the T's, I think things through before I act, etc., etc. So today was a day where I sat down and it's just like, I've got to do this. And for instance, my excuse for not doing the daily journey through the desert is I'm currently re-watching some videos that I have from a series on the Dream Giver, and I want to put together a video on that. That's like my dream, and it's like I want to do that. So I'm watching, and do I have time to take notes, and then I got to make the videos, and are they going to be good enough, and did I get the whole message? Because it's like I'm watching somebody else's message and, in a sense, putting my own little spin on it. And because it's taking a while, it's frustrating me. And so, not only that, but I've met a bunch of really good people, such as, John and Aaron and Sean and the other Sean, Papa Giggs and OG Sean White. I have not met Craig yet, but I'm sure that all these individuals are great. And then there's Kendra, and these people are just phenomenal people. So anytime I have a chance to jump in on a live or chat with them and communicate with them, I just feel compelled to be there. And then you're putting together 18 hours doing DoorDash and trying to get your own stuff done, and then trying to stay up to date with the conversations. And if it was a radio show that was just on the air and I didn't have the ability to pause it and listen to it at 2x speed to catch up, to make sure that I didn't miss anything, so that when I'm making comments that they're actually relative, to the conversation. That's just me. I want to be in the know, and I want to give value whenever I can, give my experience to the masses instead of just holding it within. And then you take that, and then you've got your own life, and you've got your own family, and then you've got, your other dreams, and you're trying to build your own channel, and you're trying to set up a mobile office, and, it's a lot. But you'll understand all that when we talk about this series that I'm trying to put together. You'll understand that this is just all part of the process. And as a result, I'm thrilled that I'm going through the process. I don't dread the process at all. I'm like, bring it on, let's get it done, and let's plan to review, let's figure this out. And it's working. The things that I share with people, I'm actually practicing. And I'm actually seeing that other people are in different stages of that same process as well. And so then you want to reach in and help them and give them a little nudge. And that's just where I'm at. So today, dreary day. It was windy, it was wet, a little drizzle here and there, and it was just a lot. But I still managed to do what? 18 hours of work. I'm $3.98 shy of $20 an hour. Last 2-3 orders, just brought me right up to where I should be as far as the market cap. So from that standpoint, you just have to laugh. But it's also nice to know that DoorDash has my back, and that they're going to keep that because I move product. So we're making progress. So let's take a look at the rest of the numbers so that I can end this video. I can get it posted. I can go through that. I can share that. And hopefully you enjoyed hearing this as a living example of me, in a sense, going through the desert and what it is that I'm experiencing, and just being transparent and being an open book so that you can possibly relate. So we did 41 out of 43 deliveries today, and a couple of those were batches, so we may have had more than 41 deliveries. I can't remember if I took a screenshot of this or not, so we're going to take a screenshot of that and go back in and look at our ratings now. Because it was a slow day, because it was a drag your feet kind of day, I'm guessing I might even be down as low as 95. But let's take a look. 98. So we got an 88 acceptance rate, 100% completion rate, 98% on time, 5.0 customer rating, 1,119 30-day deliveries, 48,339. So let's go in and go figure out what these two are. Viewing these orders here and clicking on late, and the VIG. That must have been a drop-off one. Late by 3 minutes. I'm going to blame that one on traffic. Dang traffic. So, bam, that's gone. And view the orders again. Late. Papa John's. Why was I late at Papa John's? Late picking it up. I was probably doing something in the car out in front and didn't go in right away. So I was wasting time doing my stuff. Oh, one of the other things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sync up my screenshots with another device, and so as a result I tried Google Pictures, and when I would save the screenshot and go look at the other device, it's not like Apple where it just automatically shoots it off, to all of your other devices. it had a delay, and I thought it was okay. I tried timing it, and it was like a 20-second delay, and I'm like, okay, I can work with that. I can stall before showing the offer, and then this just prevents me having to turn around cameras and everything else and holding it up and trying to focus it while you're driving and trying to get stuff done. It's just an easier solution. So doing Google research and everything else, I think I may have found that it may be better to use OneDrive. That may be faster. That would be similar to Apple's product, whereas Google doesn't do that. So we're trying to sync up all the devices. Well, that means going back multiple years. And so all these devices right now are just churning, trying to back up all of the data, and then we'll run a test as to how fast it actually goes from my cell phone where I'm taking the screenshot to another device inside of the car. So that's what I was doing when I was sitting out inside of Papa John's, for full disclosure. So we're going to go into the earnings, still not fixed. We're going to take a look at today. That's going to fail. Again, just learning the app, becoming an expert of the app. We did a total of $137 on DoorDash, $219.02 for customer tips. Started 7 minutes late this morning and did 45 deliveries today total. So that's where we're at. We're going to go into cash out and cash out our earnings. We're gladly going to pay the $1.99 to have peace of mind and not let DoorDash control whether or not we get our funds or not. So that means tomorrow we have to do this after 12:39. Otherwise, that will fail. You have to wait 24 hours and a minute. Otherwise, it will fail. So, with that, hopefully you all made progress today. I did put a note. Somebody was asking about how they can improve their on-time rating, and you can try and go in and find that. I laid out probably 8 different things that you can possibly do in order to improve your on-time rate. I'm not sure how much of a bearing that has on anything, but nonetheless, there wasn't enough information to give pointed tips, so I just kind of went through some broad categories and shared that information. So you may be able to find that in one of my more recent nightly recaps. So with that, I'm going to end this so that I can start driving. I'm just sitting here at my last delivery to complete this. So hopefully you're all home safe. Hopefully nothing went wrong. Hopefully your weather is improving. Hopefully you're getting your car fixed. I know that John had fixed his alternator, and that was really fun to watch. Brought back memories of many alternators that I've repaired on Dodge Grand Caravans that are notorious for going bad and changing out the serpentine belt and that type of stuff. So it was fun watching somebody else have to struggle through that and not me. But if you're not subscribed to those other channels that I mentioned, Aaron's Gig, Driving Daily, Papa Gigs, OG Sean White, Craig's channel, Craig Ford 1, I think it was, they're good people, or consume the goodness, which is Kendra's. You know, they're good people. So if you're looking for somebody who's going to pull alongside of you, somebody who's pursuing their own dreams, somebody who can relate to what struggles you might be going through, I would recommend highly that you search for those and just look through my comments. A lot of times you'll see their usernames inside of there. They're very good individuals. They're very caring individuals. And once you jump on one, I'm sure you'll see the other people throughout that, and you'll be able to get their information and go visit their channels. So with that, I'm going to get on the road because I've got some other things that I need to do before heading off to bed. So give your loved ones a hug and a kiss, spend some quality time with them, maximize your earnings so that you can maximize your dollar, try and focus on getting out of debt. And I'm going to give a little side note. Tonight I'm buying all of the equipment that I need for my office, and I'm not going into debt. I'm paying cash, so that's a good thing. And hopefully that'll all work out. That's part of the dream, but we're going to plan, do, and review. We're going to implement this and find out what's working and what's not working and make changes on the fly. So with that, have a great night, and tomorrow we shall go, go, go.